prepare the way of the Lord. John the Baptist shouts at you, prepare the way of the Lord. Every valley will be filled, every high place made low. Where the road is crooked, it will be straightened right out. Prepare the way of the Lord. Now, the way Protestants like to read this passage is it's all about pulling ourselves up from the bootstraps and getting it done. You prepare the way so that Jesus can come. Because if the road is terrible, how will he get there? But John, in shouting this, prepare the way of the Lord, is quoting from the prophet Isaiah and the prophet Baruch from the Old Testament. John's message of preparing the way of the Lord cannot be divorced from the history and story of the people of Israel. In Baruch, our reading from the Old Testament this morning, Israel has found itself in captivity in Babylon. Why, you might ask yourself, were they in captivity in Babylon? Because King Nebuchadnezzar came with a really big army, rounded them up, and shipped them off back to Babylon. That's why. And it's easy to think of King Nebuchadnezzar as the bad guy in the story, isn't it? Here comes mean old King Nebuchadnezzar, cart off good old nice Israel. But Israel was getting carted off because they weren't so good and nice old Israel at the time. Israel had fallen out of love with God. They had failed to keep their covenant and the commandments and the promises they made. Because of that, God judged them. And God sent King Nebuchadnezzar and the Babylonian armies to take them away, to call them back to faithfulness. Nebuchadnezzar, not the bad guy in the story. He's not really the good guy either, but he's not the bad guy. But eventually, Israel comes to their senses in Babylon, and they cry out, "O Lord, your precepts and your judgments are just. What you do is right and it is good." Now, it's not the kind of justice you go to court and get, and it's a good thing. Because in court, things are fair. Or at least they're supposed to be fair, even if that ideal is not always realized. You hire Charlie Cook, and he'll get you a good trial. I hope you don't need him for it, right? But God's justice is different because God puts his thumb on the scale a little bit on your behalf. That's a good thing. Because you don't want God's justice. You want God's mercy instead. So God, in sending Nebuchadnezzar in Babylon, is being merciful to Israel so that they might return to him. And Israel comes to their senses in Babylon. It says, "Lord, we know that your judgments are just, and you've sent Nebuchadnezzar and his king and his armies for our benefit so that we might come to love you again." And Israel repents and returns to the Lord. And then Baruch says, "The road is made straight. The valleys are filled up. The high parts are brought down. The windy parts are made straight." We can't read this Advent passage, this message of John, divorced from the history of the people of Israel, because Israel is our people. We are part of that true vine which is Israel. As St. Paul reminds you, you have been grafted into God's chosen people, Israel. It is your history and your story. And so, John says, prepare the way of the Lord, because Jesus is coming. But the way is going to be prepared with or without you. If you look at the Greek and you look carefully at it, the road being prepared is aorist, passive, indicative. The divine passive. If you look at it in English, there's no subject, and your English teacher would go nuts if you wrote that in your paper, wouldn't she? Because God is the one doing the action. It is God who's straightening out the road. It is God who's lowering the mountains and filling up the valleys and straightening out the curves. So it's a good, nice, and easy road. And He has done that in the life, death, resurrection, ascension, and second coming of Jesus Christ. Jesus is coming. Jesus has already come, and He is coming again as the King and Judge of us all. The road is being prepared, and He's coming. Now, Advent is the season of straightening out the road of your heart. God has straightened the road so that Jesus is coming. Your job is to straighten out your own heart, to cooperate with God's grace to become a saint. The word that you get from John in the Gospel is repent. Now that's kind of a fancy, churchy word. You don't use the word repent too often in regular life, do you? What do we mean by the word repent? What does that word mean? So, I heard someone, turn around. Turn around. It does mean to turn around. Does it mean anything else? Because turning around can be a bit dodgy, can't it? Because just because you turn around doesn't necessarily mean you're going in the right direction. You could still be on the wrong road. It means to be sorry. It does, in fact, to mean to be sorry.
Change.
To ask for forgiveness, yes?
Change.
And to change. That's exactly right. It means to turn around, to make a turning from what you were doing. It means to be remorseful or sorry for what you've done. It means to ask for forgiveness. And it means to intend an amendment of life, which is a fancy way of saying change. It means you can't just say, oh Lord, I'm so sorry about all those wicked, terrible things I did yesterday. I mean, I'm probably going to do them again tomorrow, and I'll be just as sorry for it tomorrow. But it means that I've done it, I know it's wrong, I'm sorry, I want forgiveness, and I intend to do better in the future. And not just intend like, wouldn't it be nice if I was 20 pounds lighter? But wouldn't it be nice if I was 20 pounds lighter and then I stopped going to Krispy Kreme and I start going to the gym instead? You see how that's different than just kind of wishing something into existence, but it's working towards it. Advent is that season of metanoia, that season of repentance, of turning around, of being sorry, asking for forgiveness, and changing your life to be more like Jesus. As we lead up to Christmas, and Jesus coming again with power and great glory, take a look at your life. If you don't know how to do it, come see me. I can help you with that. We'll spend 40 minutes or an hour together in my office, and we'll look at that together. We will pray about it. Look at page 447 in the Book of Common Prayer. Go ahead, pull it out right now. Take a look. See what's there. Can anyone tell me what is found on page 447 in the Red Book of Common Prayer? Confession, the rite of reconciliation of the penitent. Confession is one of those tools for us to make a change in our life. Now, do you have to go to a priest to confess your sins? You don't. But you know you. you're the type of person that won't make an honest accounting of your own life without perhaps a little bit of help, this is a really good tool to have someone else who cares about you pray and think about it with you. Advent is the season to get ready because God is lowering the mountains and filling the valleys and straightening out the windy bits of the road because Jesus is coming. It's not a threat, it's a promise. Ready or not, here he comes.